Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is having a good night. Hold on just one second. Sorry, I had my flashlight on and I needed to turn that off. But, it's late, y'all. It is late and I'm up in here doing some readings, but that's okay because, I've had a long day and I don't even care what I look like right now. That's not what's important. The important part is getting this reading out for my Sagittarius people. Yeah, so I hope everybody has had a good day. And so this probably will be uploaded tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, the 24th. But I wanted to go ahead and get it done tonight. So welcome to Light Divine Tarot. My name is Lisa, and I will be doing a general reading for Sagittarius. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone. But I ask that you keep an open mind and an open heart and kind of just tap into your own intuition to see what this reading has to offer you. I'm in the bed, y'all. I am in the bed, but I don't care because I want y'all to see me in every aspect of my life. I like to get personal. I want to get to know y'all. So if the reading does resonate with y'all, please leave me a comment and let me know how it resonates. And if you feel led, please like and subscribe to my channel. I am new. I felt led to do this, and my ultimate goal is to help other people. And we all need a little bit of insight. Sometimes in this world can be really tough to navigate, and we could just all use a little helpful insight about our situations and a little help, so that's my goal, is just to help as many people as I possibly can to maybe look at things from a new perspective and just get a little help to navigate through this life. So I've already cleansed your space, and we are ready to get into the reading. Y'all excuse the way I look, I'm telling you, and I've just I'm already ready for bed already, but I said I'm going to go ahead and do this. No procrastination. So here I am dedicated. So Sagittarius, let's get right into your reading. So the first card that I pulled is from the Major Arcana. It is the Knight of Swords. So this card, this tells me that you are, you're a very ambitious kind of person. You take action. When any conflict or anything in life happens, you are action driven. You don't sit back and wait for it to handle itself. You step in there, you take action. You're very passionate for life. You're very kind of live in the moment kind of person. You're driven to succeed in life. Quick thinker, always on your toes, always ready to go, always ready to take on whatever challenge is in front of you. I feel like you're very, very competitive, very brave. So you're not afraid to go into battle and put on your fighting gloves and just jump in the ring. It feels like that kind of energy. You feel like you can take on the world. You don't let anything slow you down or stop you. You're just very driven in life. But it's kind of crazy. Because the next card is the Hangman. And so both of these are major arcana cards, and they can actually complement each other, because the Knight of Swords is telling us to, take action, and it's a card that's kind of about, all the things that I just said. You're very driven, very stubborn, very fast thinking, action oriented, competitive, fearless. You're just ready to take on whatever comes, and you kind of, you're competitive, so you want to win. And the Hanged Man kind of gives us, it kind of makes us take a step back and kind of look at things from a different perspective. And so it may be telling you that whatever is going on, it seems like there's some conflict, some turmoil going on in your life right now. And instead of taking the same approach that you've always taken, headstrong, stubborn, competitive approach, kind of, you need to take a step back. And you maybe need to let go of your ego a little bit and figure out things that maybe you can change, about yourself. Letting go of control. I feel like you're the kind of person that does always want to be in control, and that's understandable. Sometimes when we feel like we're not in control of what's going on in our life and what's going on around us, it's not good. It don't give us a good feeling. But sometimes we have to let go of the things that we can't change, and we have to focus on the one thing that we can change, and that is ourselves. So I feel like you need to let go of your ego a little bit. Like maybe you need to sacrifice, make some sacrifices. And I feel like if you can do that, you can gain a new perspective, and it can kind of be eye-opening, And let's get some more clarity. Let's see what's going on. So, let me see which one I want to talk about first. So yeah, I see we have the Five of Swords. And that is conflict, disagreement, competition. I told you were competitive. You're competitive, Sagittarius. Kind of a winning at all cost attitude. You don't care what it takes to win. You just want to win. You just want to be right. This is a relationship. And I feel like there is just battles and arguments going on, and no one is willing to surrender. And it could be even some, it is selfish. It's a self-centered relationship. It could be one of you, but I feel like it's both of you that are kind of thinking about yourself and not thinking about the other person. And you are kind of, you want to be right. You want to have the last word. You're fighting each other instead of the issues at hand. And I feel like you can't come to an agreement, a common ground, a place of harmony, because both of you are kind of stubborn. I'm getting that both of you are kind of stubborn energies, and you can't come to a common ground. You both want to be right. Like I just said, you're fighting each other instead of fighting the problem and the issues that are going on in your relationship. And we've got to remember that we, when we're in a relationship, the relationship and the love that is in the relationship is what is most important. It is what each of you are committed to protecting. You're committed to protecting the relationship and the love that is within the relationship. And when you fight each other, like I said, what are you fighting each other for? You're supposed to be loving each other. It's not one another that you don't like, or that it's not each other, it's the problems in the relationship. But I really feel like, if both of you, it could be one or the other. I feel like it's both. Not always right, but my intuition, just is telling me that I feel like it's both. It's a common thing. It's equal among you two, and it may be a little give and take there. Where one kind of lets go of certain things and more than the other, or whatever. But I feel like it's never completely settled. It's always conflict, to the point where you cannot resolve anything inside of this relationship. You both have to just walk away and leave it unsettled. Like, this is not worth it. We're not going to come to a common ground. We're not going to come to a settlement. And you just have to walk away. And then all those underlying issues are still there. They're not really being dealt with. And it may be that you felt like walking away. You questioned, is it worth it? Is this worth it to continue to do this repeatedly? It feels like it's a repeated cycle, and there's no end to the disaster that's taking place. But I feel like if you both learn how to be compassionate and think of the other person, and let go of your ego and quit trying to have control, and allow the other person to think and feel, and then you try to empathize with the way that they think and the way that they feel, and you just open up your heart to be compassionate and to be loving, and to realize that you are not fighting this person that you love. You are fighting the problem. You're fighting the problem that exists. And I feel like communication is just like the two of you cannot communicate. You cannot communicate. And, I feel like that if you can do that, that you'll have this kind of awakening, and that both of you will start being more open towards one another and being more affectionate and loving. I feel like y'all are very passionate. Y'all have a lot of passion and a lot of love in this relationship, and it's just going to take a little bit of sacrificing, a little bit of letting go, a little bit of release, a little bit of letting go of control, a little bit of surrender, a little bit of, readjustment and improvement and new perspective, looking at it in a new perspective. And I really feel like with hard work and dedication toward fixing these issues inside of your relationship, that it can work. You can be happy, and you can learn to have harmony in the home, in the relationship. And I don't know if there's children involved or not. I see we have the high priestess over here, so that could mean that a child is coming in the future. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that, but it could be, because it's a sign of fertility. It's a very feminine side, feminine energy. But yeah, I feel like as we have the Queen of Cups, that's compassion, that's being caring, that's opening up your emotions, that's stability. It's being loving and kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. That's one of the main scriptures that is quoted in at weddings and stuff like that. Read that scripture. I can't tell you exactly what scripture it is, but it's 1 Corinthians. I don't know right off the top of my head, but love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude. I know that part by heart. I know the rest of it, but it's late and I can't. But I feel like you need to read that scripture, and maybe you and your spouse need to read that scripture together. Because I feel like, there's a spiritual side to you guys. The judgment is about spiritual awakening, and it's about absolution. So, and rebirth and reflection and reckoning. So, absolution. I just feel like, if you can both just be receptive to this, to being more loving and more kind and more compassionate and more patient and more gentle, and thinking about the other person instead of being selfish, and letting go of control, and understanding that you don't always have to be right, and there's room to make sacrifices, and admit when you're wrong, and apologize when it's needed, and forgive and forget and let go and move on. And I believe that you can have it. You can have it. You can have a good stable relationship. I feel like you need to take time to reflect and listen to your intuition. Let your intuition kind of guide you, and be more aware of your actions and how you speak, and how you listen and how you respond. And that I just think that's the key. I think that's the key, is to being compassionate and loving and caring and kind. And I'm not saying that you aren't those things. I'm not saying that you aren't. But I think that the issues have just gotten so tough that it's hard to see past them. And so you need to take a step back, and you need to be more mindful and aware of how you're handling the situation. I feel like you're a very smart person, and but the High Priestess does indicate a lack of patience. So with the lack of patience and the stubbornness and the wanting to be right and the competitiveness, that can all get in the way of having a harmonious relationship. But I feel like you want it, because I feel like y'all love each other, and I feel like there's a lot of passion between you guys, and probably have been together for a while. You've probably been together for a while. And when we get to this place, we can think about the possibility of walking away. And sometimes that is the answer, and sometimes ultimately that is what we have to do. But I feel like this is something that can be fixed. I feel like with hard work and dedication and willingness on both of your parts to give a little bit, and to think about the other, and to realize that you're not fighting each other, but you're fighting the problems that you're faced with. I feel like it can be a good relationship. So Give me, let me pull some more cards and see what we got here. I feel like once you do this, there's going to be newfound passion between you guys, and the energy is going to shift, and you're going to be inspired and confident and daring. And I think, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to start focusing more on the things that you can change in order to bring harmony into this relationship. And I see with the we have the 3 of Pentacles. So the last 3 cards in the suit are Pentacles. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. And this represents hard work and dedication and teamwork. So I do believe I was right in saying that it's both of you that are very, that can't put aside your differences and your selfishness and your pride and your ego and your ability, you wanting to be right all the time. And it's both of you, and it's going to take cooperation from both of you and teamwork and collaboration, and it's going to be a learning process, and it's going to take a lot of effort and recognition on what needs to change. And you could even seek out some kind of counseling if you want to, or if you are spiritual, you can seek out a Christian marriage counseling or something to that effect. But yeah, I feel like you can come together, and if you both can cooperate and work together as a team, that you can have harmony in this relationship and recognize, it's so important not to point fingers. You did this and you did this, and you, and kind of say, this is how I feel, and this is what I want, and I recognize that I did this and I need to change this. Center, when you're speaking, try to center it around your recognition of what's going on and how you feel about what's going on, instead of projecting your thoughts onto your spouse or your partner. And that helps to kind of lighten the mood immediately. And I just think, I really think that you can reach out for help if you feel like you need it. But this is going to take cooperation on both of your parts. It's going to be a team effort. And I think it's going to be a learning process. And you're going to have to stay focused. And it's going to take a lot of effort and hard work and recognition of self and what needs to change about you. But I think that you can reach mastery level when you both put in the hard work. You can succeed. You can do this with a little hard work and a little determination and a little give and take and a little compassion and kindness and love and opening up your emotions and listening to your intuition, letting your intuition be your guide. This can work. And I see with the 7 of Pentacles, once y'all have put in some work and you sought counseling and you both gave and take a little, give and take a little bit, and over time, I see that you're going to be able to look back and you're going to be proud of where you came from. You're going to be one of those couples that say, we used to fight and argue, we couldn't get along for nothing. But, you probably be a couple that'll be able to help people that are in your similar situation one day, because I see this succeeding. I see this being a successful relationship if you're both willing to put in the work and willing to change things about yourself that are causing issues in this relationship. I see it being really, really great. And, perseverance, and it's rewarding. It's rewarding. It'll be a relationship that is worth having. Don't give up. Don't walk away. I mean, unless you feel like, always listen to your intuition over anything else. But unless you feel like it's something that you really need to do, I would say don't walk away from this relationship. Put in the work. Put in the work. Nowadays, people jump from relationship to relationship. Long-term commitments a lot of times are not valued anymore. We're always looking for the next best thing. It's just kind of the way of our society. But relationships that last, it's worth every bit of effort that you put into making it work. Unless it's some reason why you need to exit the relationship. But I feel like this is everyday little things that are just building up, and the two of you don't have good communication and you fight each other rather than the problem. So I don't see that it's anything. Excuse me. I don't see that it's anything big. I think it's just, little things, and with some adjusting and with kind of taking a step back, you can reach, you can come to harmony, and you can come to be compassionate and loving and caring to each other. And, the last card that we have is the 8 of Pentacles. And that's mastery level. That is mastery level. It's perfectionism. I mean, no relationship is ever perfect, but it's about as good as perfect can get. It's very good. You've both put in the hard work. You've been dedicated. You have allowed yourself to open up. You've allowed the change to take place inside of yourself, that the changes that needed to take place. You've learned how to be caring and loving and compassionate and kind and understanding, and you've learned how to fight the problem and not each other. I see it being great. So hang in there, Sagittarius. Whatever love relationship this is, no matter how big the problems may seem, you can put in some work, both of you together, and you can make this a successful relationship that you are able to leave a legacy for your children and for your grandchildren. And that's great. This day and time, it's rare and it's great. Not many children can say my parents are still together. A lot of children out there are, they have divorced parents and they have blended families, and that brings on a whole new level of challenges in this world that is already challenging. So this can be a success story. So hang in there, put in the work, get the help. There's nothing wrong with a little counseling, a little marriage counseling. It can be so beneficial and so helpful. Stick it out. You love each other, and you have a potential to be a great couple that lasts. So I hope this helps. If it resonates with you, please leave me a comment and let me know how it resonates with you. I would love to get to know you. Here I am in my room, in my bed. It's late. I don't look the best. My hair probably needs to be brushed. I want to get on a personal level with you guys. So I would really like to get to know you. I'd really like to hear your stories. If there's anything that you would like for me to pray about, or whatever, just reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. If you feel led, please like and subscribe. And until next time, God bless.